Welcome to Year 3's Monday the 25th of January 2021 English lesson. Today the objective is to write paragraphs. So first of all, let's start off with our word of the week, and this week we are looking at the word fluke, and this means to achieve something by luck rather than by skill. So continuing on from last week we looked at these two headings of who was Tutankhamun and how do we know about him. We're now going to look at the final paragraph of what happened to Tutankhamun. So pause the video here while you write down this title of your next paragraph. What happened to Tutankhamun? Okay, so what happened to Tutankhamun? So looking from the ebook, we can see that he died suddenly at the age of 19. He had damage to his head, broken leg, missing ribs and bent spine. So you might want to have a look at the video on our ebook Tutankhamun to gather some more information together. If we look now at two aspects of the death of Tutankhamun, we can see that we have one side that thinks that he was murdered and we have one side that thinks it was a natural death. So on the side for murder, we have the suspects, Eye and Horemheb. We've got the motives, power, money and love, and we've got evidence from the ebook of a letter written by Tutankhamun's wife and the evidence that both of those advisors became the pharaoh next. Over on the natural death side, we've got the CT scans that now tell us that the spine was bent during mummification. There was damage to the head after the death. The broken leg was just before or just after the death. So it could have been an infection, could have been dropped by Howard Carter's men. We also have the DNA tests that tell us that he was disabled from birth and he was suffering from a disease that made him weak. So the CT scan also shows that he was healthier than people first thought. So we're going to write an explanation using, once again, 3 paragraphs. And what we're going to do today is we're going to try and use these ancient crime squad words. So if we look carefully at these, we can see evidence, clues, suspects, motive, investigate, facts, studies, research, experts, eyewitness, theory, mystery, scientist, x-ray, CT scan and DNA test. So I want you just to think about now the features of explanation texts that we did last week. There are 6 features. Just pause the video here while you have a think and see if you can name all of the 6. So did you manage to name all of the 6? Well, the first one is the title, which can sometimes be a question. We also write in paragraphs. We use the correct tense. We're starting to use the perfect tense. We also use conjunctions in our writing, and we can also add in some images, photographs, and pictures. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to just go back onto the next screen, and if you want to pause the video here to help you write your 3 paragraphs to explain what happened to Tutankhamun. Remember, once again, you're trying to add these words into your explanation. Okay, and once you've done that, please take a photograph of your work and email it to my email address, and I'll mark it, get back to you and give you some dojos. And thank you for today's lesson.